Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Don't Risk It podcast presented by VFIS Client Risk Solutions. This program focuses on the exposures our clients frequently encounter and discusses some potential solutions to help reduce these exposures. I'm your host, Chris Rogers with VFIS Client Risk Solutions, and today we're discussing VFIS University and the recent changes made to the platform. I want to welcome Maria Lichty to the program. Maria is the ETC Distance Learning Coordinator, and she's going to walk us through some of those changes. Maria, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So VFIS University has went through some significant changes beginning in late 2022, early 2023. Before we talk about where VFISU is going, can you give our listeners an overview of the platform?
Sure. VFIS University transitioned from the Vector Target Solutions Learning Management Platform in December of 2022 to our own VFIS-developed learning management platform. We are very excited because this change will allow us to have more control over the features and functions of the site, and it will allow us to customize the site to better fit the needs of our emergency services clients.
So how is the platform today different versus, how it functioned in the past?
So the platform today, again, is solely owned by VFIS. The look and layout of the site is completely different from the old platform. It's more enhanced and more user-friendly. It is set up similar to the old platform in that each user will have an individual login and can access the site 24/7 to fit their needs of when they're available to take their courses.
So can you describe some of the features of the program, like if I'm set up as an administrator or just how the program functions in the aspect of how courses are assigned, tracking that data, et cetera?
So each department can have multiple training officers. That is the administrator rights in the site. And a training officer for a department can assign specific courses they would like their members to take. They can give them a due date of when they'd like to have that course completed. And when they send an assignment to their members, they will each get an email notification saying they have an assignment due. And when they log in, those members will see that assignment on their dashboard, and each training officer can run reports on their members' activity and then download those reports to an Excel spreadsheet to save the report for their records. They can manage their organization roster. They can approve an affiliation request. So once we initially set up the department, if a new user comes on board and they create a registration, they would then request to be affiliated with that department, and the training officer can approve them, which would add them to the roster and allow them to have access to a student dashboard where they'll access all of their courses.
Are there certificates or anything generated that shows a course was completed that might be used for CEs or anything like that?
Yes, each course they complete, they will earn a certificate, and they can use that towards submit that to their state office for continuing education credits.
Perfect. Some clients might have an internal video that they've developed. Say they have a nasty intersection in their region, and they want to make that part of a training program they have. So if a client has an internal training video or some other content that they've created, will they have the ability to post that on the VFISU platform?
Not at this time, however. This is a feature we are working on, and it will be available in the very near future.
Okay, perfect. So are there any future plans for the site that you'd like to share beyond? I mean, you just basically shared one, but is there any other things that are on the horizon?
So that is our big feature that we are working on, is the ability to add your own content, training material, videos, and you'll also be able to customize your own certificates for those trainings. You'll be able to then assign those training videos or training material to your members as an assignment, and then again you'll be able to issue certificates. So you could also do an internal training night for your members, and you could develop your own certificate that you could then generate for them, and then you'll also be able to upload rosters and any kind of training data into the site for your department. So that is something that we're currently working on.
And we're also just building the library of content that's on there, building the number of classes.
Correct. We're working on building the number of classes so that there'll be more classes added to the site as the year goes on.
Okay. I'm gonna on my final question. It's going to kind of be a three-parter. But who's eligible for our platform? And what's the sign-up process? And where can clients go to get more information about this?
So all of our clients that have an active insurance policy with VFIS or Gladfelder Commercial Ambulance are eligible to have their entire department register and access the site. To get information, you can go right to our website, vfisu.com, and there is, under the login register button, there is a frequently asked question or a help tab that you can click on, and that will bring you to a user guide and a training officer guide you can download and look at for more information on the site. It will also allow you to download a spreadsheet template. So if you're interested in registering your entire department, you can download the spreadsheet, enter your member's first name, last name, email address into the spreadsheet. And in addition to that spreadsheet, we ask for you to submit a written request on official letterhead signed by a chief officer with the designated training officer name, the email address of that training officer, the name of your organization, county, and state of the department. So you can send that letter along with your completed spreadsheet to the email address csapps@vfis.com. And that email is noted on the website. When you go to the frequently asked questions page, it will give you that email address. Then once you send that spreadsheet and that request to set up your department, we will email you back with confirmation of that email. And we will then upload and register all of your members, set up your training officers, and then we'll be back in touch with you to confirm everything once it's completed and to go over the site with you and answer any questions that you may have. Once the department is set up, users then can go in and complete an individual registration, or we can do another small mass upload if you have additional users in the future you want to add to your department. We can do another upload of your members. So you could just email, again, another spreadsheet to us and say, can you add these additional members to our department? And once they're registered, they'll each get an activation email they have to open. And once they open that email and follow the steps to set up their password, they'll be able to log in and start using the site.
Well, Maria, I know you're a very key cog in the wheel to getting clients signed up for this process. I've heard a lot of great comments on individuals who have called to speak with you to get information about it and to get just to walk through the sign up process. So I really thank you for joining us today and walking us through that. It's a pleasure having you here.
Thank you for having me.
And I want to thank you for listening to the program today and for your interest in VFIS safety resources. I want to thank our guest, Maria Lichty, once again for her time and information. Please consider subscribing to our program to stay up to date on new content releases. Also, if you like what you've heard, please consider leaving a review below. For more information about the many resources available from VFIS, please visit VFIS.com. And to submit ideas for future discussions, please reach out by emailing VFIS Risk Control at VFIS.com. Thanks, everyone, and have a great day. The views, information, or opinions expressed during this program are solely those of the individuals involved and do not necessarily represent those of Gladfelder Insurance Group, VFIS, and its employees.